Good morning, it's Dr. Aaron checking back in. I've got another half of a video because I wanted to tie it in with the one I did before with the 1-2 punch, because a lot of patients ask, how do I get that energy in the morning? How do I start this intermittent fasting process? I got to be comfortable as I delay my first meal, which I talk about being 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock and beyond, not your traditional 7 or 8 o'clock. So out of the 1-2 punch drink combination that I'm always talking about, the one is the vitamin and mineral drink with the lemon juice and the sea salt and apple cider vinegar and such. I shot that before, so we can refer to that if you need to. The 2 is the special kind of bulletproof style coffee that I've adapted a little bit and I love to make. I have a batch always going for tomorrow, making my own cold brew. I love cold brew because it takes the acidity out of the coffee and it preserves all the antioxidants and nutritional value out of it, so it's much more pleasant. So what I like to do in a little stovetop, I'm going to show you how I make it. I've got a little bit of coconut oil and grass-fed butter melting in this pan. Even though it's going to be cold, I do like to have the oils melted by the time they hit the cold brew so they don't get hard again and kind of lumpy like that. So I've got my hot side, and then in the blender I've got a batch of cold brew from this morning, and I'm going to put the cold portion into the blender. I'm going to put a little bit more MCT oil in, and in a minute I'm going to combine what's on the stovetop into my blender here. I'm going to put a little bit more potassium and magnesium, just to give you a little bit more electrolytes. And I've got a few additions. I like to have a mushroom blend, some lecithin for emulsifying the fat, some collagen, some greens, some spirulina, and other things in with the coffee, some cinnamon, some spices. So I'm going to just pour those in right now. Okay, so those are in there. Set those aside. Put a couple more additions with my highly nutritious cocoa powder and a little bit more cinnamon, because I love the cinnamon. And finally, a little bit of unsweetened almond milk. And this isn't going to technically ruin my fast. It's going to help me be comfortable as I try to not eat until a little bit later. Finally, I add the hot portion to my cold portion. I take my spatula. I don't want to miss out on any of that delicious butter. And I'm going to scrape it in there. And now, the highlight, I grab my lid and I'm just going to blend it up for about 5 or 10 seconds. So here we go. That's enough. And it makes it nice and foamy and kind of pleasant on the top. And I'm going to have my first cup. And with everything that's in there, all those goodies, my appetite's going to be very stable. My sugars are going to be well under control for several hours. That's perfect. This is Dr. Aaron signing off, and I want you to keep it simple.